After bidding farewell to the lively New Year's Eve celebrations, we were relieved to find that the beer wasn't strong enough to deter us from tackling the hundreds of kilometers to Te Waikoropupū Springs. In Nelson, the Maori bid us a warm New Year's greeting as we headed northeast towards Te Waikoropupū Springs, a place renowned for its crystal-clear waters and spiritual significance. Our next destination was Farewell Spit, the northernmost point of New Zealand's South Island. There, we planned to set up camp and explore the stunning coastal landscape. But as is often the case with travel, fate had other plans in store for us. But let me not give away too much. Okay, doesn't matter. We now leave this wonderful little town with its cute little shops and drive along the north coast towards Te Waikoropupū Springs. If you're bored, just fast forward to the springs. We don't want to make an extra video for this one, because we were so excited about the national park. But now I finally want to shut up and let you enjoy the ride.
I was out drinking, looking for the next thing. I couldn't really settle down.
The surprises that await us on this road trip are part of the adventure. Join us on this epic journey through the spectacular landscape of New Zealand's South Island. Immerse yourself in Maori culture, be enchanted by picturesque beaches, and experience the untouched beauty of this breathtaking country.
You down, I promise you that I'll hold on. I know that it gets tough sometimes, so I'm here to remind you, love.
Muteka has 7,593 inhabitants. The town is home to the area's largest fish factory, Tallies Limited, founded in 1936 by Ivan Peter Talajancic. Furthermore, many artisans have settled in Motueka and is the center of a growing area for tea, hops, and various types of fruits such as apples, grapes, and kiwis. Motueka also has a small port. The Motueka port is located around 3 kilometers south-southeast of the city center and has a cargo ship pier and an internal marina.
Now I cannot picture my life being without you. You're the center of my life. I know.
West of Nelson, on the north side of the South Island, are the Takaka Hills, near the town of Motueka. They separate Tasman Bay from Golden Bay. Geologically, they represent a great specialty because Ordovician marble forms the rock for the mountain chain, which is around 440 million years old. And a few kilometers further, there is the Taquiti limestone, which is thought to be around 25 million years old. Leaps in time on a scale that is basically unimaginable for us humans, which have apparently occurred seamlessly and without leaving any traces over the course of hundreds of millions of years. Nothing can be seen externally. Behind Motueka, a mountain road leads uphill in many wide bends. At some point, it reaches the plateau height, leads through a karst area with some bowl-shaped depressions. A road sign indicates the Harwood Hole. There is also a Takaka Hill walkway, which is well worth walking, and then we saw another Harwood lookout. In the surrounding area near the Takaka Hills, you can explore the following things. Ride the Split Apple Rock along the beach in Abel Tasman Park, visit the Ngarua Caves, or go on a canoe tour at Kaitarateri Beach, a wonderful beach. But we had our destination in mind, and that was the legendary Te Waikoropupū Springs. Vertical in the sky, and it was 26 degrees. It was warm and just a wonderful sunny day. All of our camera technology was charged, and the memory cards were just waiting to capture the wonderful nature. There was very little wind down in the valley. We passed many farms where cattle and sheep were calmly grazing. In the valley below, we had full reception on our cell phones again. We have linked which SIM card we use under this video. Now we are only about 30 kilometers away from the legendary Te Waikoropupū Springs. We are now approaching the sea again in the foothills of the valley, accompanied by the Takaka River, into which the Te Waikoropupū Springs will later flow. We are all very excited about what awaits us at Te Waikoropupū Springs. We have reached our goal. This is a small, crystal-clear river that comes from the national park. When we arrive at the small, free parking lot, we immediately receive a visit from a local. This is again a national park that is handicapped accessible. All of the paths are also very well developed for wheelchair users. The parking lot and entrance to the park are free of charge. At the entrance to the park, you can find out about the flora and fauna on some covered signs. But now I don't want to put you through torture. Comes. We take you with us to this wonderful piece of nature in New Zealand.
Once upon a time, in a mysterious corner of New Zealand, far from the bustle of city life, lay the Te Waikoropupū Springs. Surrounded by majestic mountains and lush wilderness, these springs are not just beautiful, but deeply steeped in history and Maori culture. The Te Waikoropupū Springs, also known as Pupu Springs, are renowned for their crystal-clear waters, considered the purest in the world. The water is so clear that you can see right to the bottom, like stepping into another realm. To the Maori, this place is sacred. They believe these springs flow from the mythical figure Pupu, a guardian of waters. These legends and stories imbue the springs with a spiritual significance still felt today. The history of these springs stretches far into the past of the Maori. They were a place of cleansing and prayer, where the community gathered to renew and connect. The Te Waikoropupū Springs are not just a marvel of nature, but also a site of cultural significance and deep mysticism. They invite visitors to delve into the history and secrets surrounding these unique springs. Journeying to the Te Waikoropupū Springs is like stepping into another world, a world of beauty, history, and spirituality. The Te Waikoropupū Springs Scenic Reserve is indeed a fascinating and unique attraction on the South Island of New Zealand. The clarity of the water is remarkable, especially considering that the visibility depth was 76% in 2018. This makes the springs the second clearest waters in New Zealand, just after the Blue Lakes. Despite the low water temperature of 11.7 degrees Celsius, the crystal clear water exerts a great allure. In the past, it was possible to bathe in the springs until this opportunity was discontinued in 2007 due to conservation reasons. The Te Waikoropupū Springs are not only a natural wonder, but also an important ecosystem. The water is of high quality and is considered sacred by many. It is crucial to protect and preserve this natural environment to maintain its beauty and ecological significance. The springs gush out 14,000 liters of water per second from the sandbanks, creating a wonderful display of colors. But see it for yourself. We enjoyed the 1-kilometer loop walk and now must continue our journey northward. 1,000 thanks for allowing us to experience this piece of nature.
We were still enveloped in silence from the impressions and continued our journey north towards Farewell Spit. The 53 kilometers should be behind us in about an hour. The Dutch explorer Abel Tasman was likely the first European to lay eyes on the land point in 1642, which he named Sandduning Hoek. In 1770, the next mariner to reach the area was British Captain James Cook, who referred to the region of the Spit. He called the northernmost tip of the South Island Cape Farewell, as it was the last land Cook saw before returning to England. The name stuck, and the area's first European settlers referred to the land point as Cape Farewell Spit.
Golden Bay, located in the northern part of the South Island, is a captivating region featuring expansive golden beaches, dense forests, and spectacular dune landscapes. This bay stretches over a 45 kilometers arc between Takaka Hill and the elongated Farewell Spit. Its hinterland is formed by the impressive Kahurangi National Park, with its rugged limestone cliffs. Those who venture to the end of the roads technically land on the west coast, even though the gravel road ends at the Anatori River, and from here, one can only proceed on foot through the wilderness, such as on the legendary Heafy Track.
We've arrived at one of the most beautiful beaches in New Zealand. Our campsite for the night is at one of the most remote locations in the country, and we wasted no time in heading to the nearby Wharariki Beach. We crossed the tall, grass-covered dunes inhabited by sheep. This place is also referred to as the Eye of the Kiwi, with Cape Farewell Spit representing the beak. See for yourself if you can spot the kiwi's eye. We paused at this wonderful beach, soaking in the sounds of the ocean waves. As we walked towards the rocks, lightly washed by the surf, we were astonished to see small and large seals basking in the sun. We've captured a video for you, which we've linked below, where you can also hear the soothing sounds of the waves.
The water was at a temperature of 18 degrees, and the air was a whopping 25 degrees. But this didn't exactly cause us to take a bath. Nevertheless, we went over to the central rock and suddenly saw a small colony of seals, and also a bird that we didn't know if it was a penguin. If you know what kind of bird it is, please write it in the comments.
Thank you for watching. We would greatly appreciate your support for our YouTube channel by giving it a like, leaving a comment, or even subscribing. It's all free and would help us tremendously in making more videos like this in the future. We're grateful to have seen and captured this wonderful piece of nature on film. We hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions, please let us know. This was day 6 of our road trip adventure. Tomorrow, on day 7, we'll be heading south along the west coast. Stay tuned to see what we experience next. Take care, stay healthy, and protect Mother Nature. You're my mini green world.